Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I have a task even more daunting than finding a gluten-free option at an old-school Italian restaurant. I'll be explaining Roth IRAs and why conversion matters. Yes, folks, it's time to talk some finance. Riveting, right? But stay with me. There's good reason for it. Before we dive into Roths, I want to set the stage for why these are probably some of the most important tools in finance we have today. Most of us know that our government has a spending problem. I would liken it to a kid's spending spree in a candy store with no intention of paying the bill. According to the U.S. debt clock, our national debt is nearing the $32 trillion mark. Let that sink in. Many economists and other prominent figures have argued for a while now that this is getting to be an unsustainable and irresponsible act. And this doesn't even factor in all the future unfunded liabilities like Medicare and Social Security. Former Comptroller General David Walker, who was Comptroller during Clinton, Bush, and a little bit of Obama, has been very vocal that this will not end well. Likely, tax rates will have to go up dramatically. Now, we've had higher tax rates before. In the 1980s, the highest marginal bracket was 50%, and in the 70s, that figure was 70%. Ask your parents or grandparents. They'll have likely not forgotten. What can you do about it? Enter the Roth IRA. For those not in the know, Roth IRAs or Roth 401ks are essentially retirement accounts you fund with after-tax dollars. That means when you retire, you get to withdraw the funds tax-free. Think of it as a reverse happy hour at your local pub. Pay full price now, but your future self enjoys a hefty discount. But the real heart of today's talk is the Roth conversion. Now, don't go running for the hills, folks. It's not nearly as intimidating as a vegan confronting a cheeseburger. A Roth conversion is, simply put, the process of turning a traditional IRA or pretax 401k into a Roth IRA. It's like changing your rambunctious wild barking dog into a cat. You pay taxes up front, but then you enjoy the peace and quiet of tax-free growth and future withdrawals. One of the commonly cited pros of Roth conversions is having no required minimum distributions. This means you get to decide when and how much to withdraw. One potential con, though, is the tax bill that comes with the conversion. It's like buying an entire store worth of Girl Scout cookies up front. Sure, you'll enjoy the benefits later, but your wallet might not enjoy the initial shock. Thin mints. Moving on. However, Kiplinger argues that the future tax savings can more than make up for this initial cost. Like splurging on that state-of-the-art coffee maker. Yes, it's an investment up front, but you end up saving a lot on those daily Starbucks runs. Lastly, I've often gotten pushback on the issue that a Roth conversion can raise your IRMA. That's your income-related monthly adjustment amount for those not in the know. In layman's terms, it could potentially increase your Medicare premiums. Think of it as your spouse suddenly discovering an addiction to designer shoes. Your expenses might go up, at least for a while. But remember, the coffee maker analogy, well, despite the initial increase, the long-term payoff of a Roth conversion can make it worth it, since RMDs will be gone and you'll potentially have ongoing lower taxable income, negating any short-term increase you initially had. If you're like many of our clients, betting on higher tax rates in the future, paying now is like buying winter coats on discount in the summer. You'll thank yourself when the cold weather hits. In the end, like choosing between watching reality TV or reading a good book, the choice to do a Roth conversion comes down to your personal situation. But remember, folks, being informed is the first step to making wise choices, whether it's for your retirement or choosing between chicken or steak at the wedding. Well, that ends our brief foray into the riveting world of Roth IRAs and conversions. We braved the storm, folks, and come out the other side, hopefully just a bit wiser. If you found this information useful, forward it on or send it to your spouse. Also, be sure to visit us online if you'd like to get a second opinion on your finances. We're here to help. Thanks, and remember to keep doing life better.